Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our live classes for strategic management. So happy to see you guys. I see Sushil already on time. Good to see you, Sushil. Hey, Soumya, good morning as well. Very happy to see you. I see Malu on the call. I see Pranav has also joined. Good to see you guys so early in the morning. Gives me confidence that you're excited for the class. Hey, Ritu. Hi, Kushi. How are things? Any questions, any doubts? While people are joining, use this time as well to ask any questions and doubts from last session. And I hope from last session you have studied chapter 4, a bit of it. Right? You have at least revised, read through chapter number 4 because this is going to help you, okay? To ask the right set of questions for examination perspective, to share your examples. All of that will be helpful for you. Okay, great. Yes, Sushil, today is India finals, and that's why we will study early morning and then enjoy the entire day. That is what the plan is. Spend the morning working hard and then party harder in the evening. Hello, Pranav. Morning. Till now, we have completed three big chapters. We're just left with two more chapters for our strategic management syllabus. It has been a flow through of what we know about businesses, how they strategize, how they work, right? From chapter number 1, understanding how businesses create a vision, mission, how do they intend to do business? What are the objectives? What are long-term objectives? What are the different characteristics of objectives and goals? To understanding the corporate, the business, and the final functional level of an organization. Who does what? Who works where? We went on to understand the external environment, which is chapter number 2. We talked about pestle analysis, macroeconomic factors, globalization of businesses. Why do businesses go global? So many Indian companies going global, so many global companies coming to India for work. Why is that happening? Why is this so important for the economy? Why do businesses do that? And then we went on to chapter number 3, which was more about understanding yourself, your business, internal analysis, which talked about the organization as a whole, right? We talked about where are we, what are our core competencies, who are our customers, what is our product, what is the industry we are in. We talked about strategic group mapping. We talked about how do you identify the right set of competition and work harder to win over them. After all of this analysis is done, you know your business, you know your external environment, you know your internal environment, you have the entire information to make decisions. This chapter, chapter number 4, is about taking those decisions. Okay. Once you have all information, once you know what you should know, the next step always is to take the decision. And chapter number 4 is all about what decisions strategically should a business or an organization take. And that's why we call it strategic choices. What are the choices available to a business after they have the all information on external environment, internal environment, themselves, their vision, their intent, their mission? Clarity hai. एक बारी if you have clarity in terms of what you want to do, how you want to do, and where you want to be, then is the time for the real strategy choice that, okay, I will do this basis this thing, right? I will do this like this. The execution, pre-execution strategy development happens when you have so many choices, you have to select one. Okay. And that is this chapter which will talk about strategic choices for a business. Okay. Even before I get into this chapter, random. If you have studied, very happy for you. If you have not, or you haven't revised, before we start the chapter, just a random thought. It could be anything. We're not, nothing is right or wrong. Share some examples. What do you think are strategic choices for a business? Everybody online, be active on the chat. This is your classroom. I always keep saying the same thing, but this is your classroom, your time to talk to me, your time to talk to all the faculties. Use it. So the question is, what do you think are some strategic choices that a business has? Okay. Random things. It can be right, wrong, whatever comes to your mind, just share with me. What do you think are strategic choices available to a business? You have all information. You got to take a decision now. What kind of strategic choices are available? Whatever comes to your mind, share it. Choice of place of market. Okay, very nice. Very nice, Pranav. That's a good one. Where do you want to go? Which market do you want to go? Right? Do you want to go to an existing market? You want to go to a new market? You want to develop a new market? You want to play an existing product, existing market? Very nice. Choice of place of market is one example. Great start. What else? Pranav, you can share more examples as well. It's not fixed. You can only text once. You can text n number of times. Whatever more comes to your mind, keep sharing. Someone says cost leadership strategy. Someone, we've already studied this, right? Michael Porter, cost leadership strategy. Absolutely, you're right. That's a strategic choice. That's an option they have. They can just be a cost leader. Very good. Very good. Similarly, focus. Similarly, differentiation. Similarly, I go and do a very different business from my existing business, right? There could also be things, right? For example, okay, continuing the same example, what if, what if the business is not working out? None of your strategic choices are working out. What do you do? None of your strategies is working out, what will you do? Okay, let's say selecting good product for the business. Absolutely, that's a strategic choice. Which product do you want to work in? An existing product, or you want to create a new product? But what if none of your strategies, none of your brainstorming, none of your plans is working out? What would you do? None of your plans and strategies are working out. Kya karoge? As a business, you have invested money, you have invested capital, time, people, but now it's not working. What would you do? Choose an alternate strategy. None of the strategies are working, Soumya. Alternate भी काम नहीं कर रही, main strategy भी काम नहीं कर रही. What would you do? That's right. We would exit, right? Exiting the business is also a strategic choice. It's an option. Now, think beyond the normal. Exiting the business is also a strategic choice. It's a strategic decision. It's an option for the business to just exit the business. If things are not working out, there's another choice, there's another option, which is exiting the business. Okay. That's a strategic choice as well. With that thought, with that broader perspective, let's get into chapter number 4, which is strategic choices. Right? We've been studying 1, 2, 3. We are almost at the tip of the end of syllabus, which is strategic choices. And we're going to study strategic choices today, which are around 3. Okay. We will talk about the broad strategies of business type of business functioning that a business or an organization has. We will talk about strategic exits. And finally, we will talk about some strategic options. How do you figure out if you have multiple businesses? If you have multiple businesses, how do you do that? So that's a great example as well. If things are not working out, you could merge with other businesses as well. That's a good one. Exit, but also mergers and acquisitions. We will study that today as well. Happy to know you are aware of it. You guys are aware. So mergers and acquisitions are also a strategic choice. Very good. Okay. We will study all of this. Very interesting, very cool. You got to understand so many business examples. I will share so many examples with you. This is not going to be a theoretical session for you. Okay. I can guarantee that. I'm not going to give you definitions of what a stability strategy is, what a growth strategy is. I will give you examples of what businesses have been doing and what businesses can do if they want to do this strategy. Okay. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, first of all, the business needs to understand, right? The business needs to understand one important thing, which is, why do we even have to take a strategic choice or a decision to change or adapt a new strategy? First of all, why is it so important? Why is it so relevant for businesses to just go and select a particular strategic choice. Number one, okay? They could they could figure out they could figure out that the planned strategic reviews, based on their planned strategic reviews, they figure out there is an opportunity. Maybe there is a threat. Maybe there is something that we are missing out in not performing well. What do we do? Okay. A planned strategic review gives you a reality check. What things are going right? What things are not going right? And then you figure out it's time to change or select a new strategic choice. Number two, there could be significant market shifts. Market ही change हो रही है, right? You are, let's say, in a chips market, like all these Lays and snacks market. Now they're shifting to the healthy options like makhanas, masala makhana, or they're saying air fried chips is what we are offering. They're not giving deep fried aloo potato chips or different very kurkure type chips. They're moving to healthier options. They're saying air fried chips. They're saying makhanas. They're saying XYZ corn flour. This is not maida. This is corn. XYZ. So the so many things that the market is shifting, and you need to shift with the market. So you got to change your strategy. You got to change from being a stable company to a growth company, or maybe from a growth company, you got to figure out that maybe I just slow down because the industry is not moving in the same speed. So you got to change your ways of doing things as well. Number three, internal performance issues. Sometimes the business is not performing well because of some internal processes, internal people, internal things, internal challenges. Could be legal, could be people oriented, could be processes oriented, could be leadership oriented as well. And things are just not moving internally. The business is not doing. So you would see so many CEOs being changed recently, so many CFOs being changed recently because things internally aren't working out. Generally, most likely than not, beyond syllabus, once you become a big person or leader in a big organization, or you do your own business, what happens after a point in time is, once you become so senior, you become rigid. That is where most of the things start falling for businesses. The leaders who are not rigid and are very acceptable, adaptable, or flexible in terms of changing with technology, with people, with ways of doing things, though those people essentially lead organizations which are agile as well. Okay. Now, internal performance issues because of those rigidness, because of that thought process or old mindset can really hamper business because the world is moving forward. If the business wants to stay where it is, wants to do things how it wants to do, things will never change for the business or the organization. So internal performance issues force, right? It forces a business to take some strategic choices, some strategic options, which turn around or change the trajectory of the business. Okay. Pretty no problem. Welcome and good morning as well. Okay. Number four trigger for taking a strategic choice or reaching a decision is mergers and acquisitions. Like Soumya was telling us, merging with other businesses. There could be opportunities in the market where a big business comes and tells you, boss, you're doing fantastic business. We want to buy your business. We feel you're great. And you're so happy because you can sell your business for 4x, 5x the multiple. Your business does 500 crores. You say my valuation is 5 times my revenue. So 2,500 crores, you give me, take away my money or business, right? Good times are the best sellers. Bad times are the worst sellers. So your business is not doing good. A big player comes and says, boss, you're anyway not working well. Your business is going down. Let me just buy you and turn around your business, but I will buy it at half the value. So mergers and acquisitions again are a strategic choice, both sides. A big business is also taking these strategic choices to buy smaller businesses, and smaller businesses or businesses who are selling themselves are taking a strategic choice to sell themselves. Both parties are taking strategic choices and strategic decisions. Okay. Number five, change in leadership. Internal challenge leads to change in leadership. Change in leadership change to a change in strategic choice. Somebody like you and me who are young would come to a business and would want to grow the business. Somebody who's very senior might want to stabilize the business. Okay, that's the mindset difference. And now the organization needs to identify what kind of leader do they want. Sometimes, if you hire very young leaders, they're aggressive and they want to grow the business like anything, while the internal resources are not so capable of growing in terms of money, in terms of investment, in terms of people mindset. But young leaders want to change everything. While a senior leader, on the other hand, might want to come and stabilize things. So that is where organizations have to be very careful in terms of how they change their leadership, who becomes the new leader, and how do they take the strategic decision in terms of a business. Okay. And number six, very important, is emerging opportunities. Something new in the industry, business wants to catch up, business wants to play the same game. They can enter and take those strategic decisions to get into that business, build that new business, and make money. Emerging opportunities, nobody wants to lose out on opportunities which are right in front of your face. You don't want to lose those opportunities. Sometimes those are once in a lifetime opportunity that you would get, and businesses should ideally not miss it. Okay, if they miss, then they're lost, but ideally they should not, and that is where they should be aware of this. That is where external analysis comes into the picture, and that is where SWOT analysis comes into the picture. And finally, these are some triggers which push businesses to take a strategic choice, to figure out what strategy would work for them. Okay, बहुत सारा पढ़ लिया in terms of strategic choice, strategic decision, but होता क्या है? What is a strategic choice? What is a strategic decision? We have studied so much. I've been speaking the same word for the last 10 minutes. Strategic choice, strategic decision. What is a strategic choice? Okay. Let us divide or categorize the strategic choice into three levels. Let us categorize strategic choices into three levels. Number one is based on who takes the decision. Okay. Number one is based on level of organization. Who takes a decision? Corporate level, functional level, and or business level. Okay. Where is the problem? Where is a strategic choice opportunity? Where do we want to take a decision? That is categorizing our strategic choices based on level of organization. Number two, my friend, is stage of business life cycle. Where is my business at a given date? Is it an introductory stage? Is it just introducing itself to the industry? Is it a growing stage? Is it a maturity stage? Is it a declining stage? What stage of business life cycle am I at? That will decide what kind of strategy I choose. And finally, the competition oriented. We have studied the first piece, which is cost leadership, differentiation of focus strategy or best cost provider strategy, and collaborative strategies like joint ventures, mergers and acquisitions, strategic alliance. Based on competition, based on competitive forces, the options available are these. Based on where the business life cycle is, where in your life cycle you are as a brand, as an organization, the options available are on your screen. And the decision making, the level of organization which takes a decision is number one. Is it business? Is it corporate? Or is it functional level of decision making? Right? So we can categorize the strategic choices, the basis of strategic choices, whichever strategy we choose can broadly be divided into three categories. Basis of classification being level of organization, number two, stages of business life cycle, and number three is competition oriented. Okay. Good morning, sweetie. How are you? Good to have you in the class as well. Any questions so far, boys and girls? Any questions, anything that you want to ask? Please go ahead and ask. If not, you know what you got to do. Put a thumbs up, put an emoji, put anything that you want. Okay. Hello, Preeti. How are you? Good to see you as well. You guys are waking up late today, enjoying Saturday morning, rainy Saturday morning. Most of the places in India are getting rains now. Good to see that. Any questions, anything, ask or else a thumbs up, or okay, go ahead, move ahead. Let's do the next part. Anything that you want to tell me so that we move on to the next one. No problem, Preeti. Good that you're in the class and active. Great. I see thumbs ups. I see Sakshi, Sweetie giving a thumbs up, Shruti giving a thumbs up. Very nice. That's right. Okay, Pranav, again a thumbs up. Very nice. Finally, Delhi has some water. Absolutely, but so much that the airport fell down, right? The airport thing is again a funny thing, but that's how we are. Super. Thanks, Soumya. Thanks, Sweetie, Pranjali. Go ahead. It did not rain in Nalanda. No problem, Sweetie. It's coming to Nalanda as well. Okay. Get deeper into each of these categories. Let's get deeper into understanding each of these categories step by step. Okay. Step by step. Corporate level. What is a corporate level? Okay. Give me some examples of designations we have at corporate level. Question for you on the chat. Give me some examples of designations we have at the corporate level. CEO, okay. Who else? CEO तो सबसे कॉमन है. Directors, CFO, CEO. Beyond CEO, CFO कौन होता है? Okay, CFO is there, CEO is there, managing directors. Who else? CTO, Chief Technology Officer. CXO, Chief Execution Officer. COO, Chief Operating Officer. CHRO, Chief Human Resource Officer. BOD, Board of Directors. CEO, Chairman. Very good. These people are taking decisions which are at the top level of the organization, which include investment in R&D, which include diversification, going to a new industry, which includes mergers and acquisitions, kisko kharidna hai, kisko bechna hai, which includes decisions like entering into a newer market. Whole-time directors, MD, CFO, KMP, senior executives, very nice. All examples are right. These people take decisions related to diversification, innovation, R&D expense, entering new market, mergers and acquisitions, right? Number two, business unit level people. What kind of decisions are business unit level people taking? They are taking market segmentation, product development, pricing strategies, competitive positioning. These people are more around executive strategies where they figure out broad strategy from a corporate level, real execution strategy at a business level. Do we want to fight on prices? Do we want to develop a product? Do we want to go into a market segmentation? We want a competitive position to be changed from this to that. How do we do that? That is a business unit level decision. Okay. And finally, functional level people. What kind of strategies are functional level people building? What they're saying is examples include process improvement, real action. भाई जमीन पे जो काम हो रहा है, the actions being done on the field, the real action takers are functional people. They include process improvement, resource allocation, talent development, technology adoption. All of this is happening at functional level. Corporate level takes a broad decision. Let's go diversify. Let's invest in R&D. How do we invest in R&D? Business level says, okay, we will invest in product development. Okay, we will invest in product development as an R&D strategy from the corporate. My work is to execute your R&D strategy. I will develop a new product for you or a new feature of an existing product for you. Goes to the functional level. Functional level says, okay, to develop a new product feature or a product itself, I will need some money, I will need resources, people, I will need designers, I will need these people, resource allocation करके दो. I want a new technology to be used. Technology adoption के लिए I need resources, and then we will adopt that strategy. Execute your strategies. R&D में करते हैं, right? Four friends sitting on a dinner, all CEOs, CFOs, they're saying, having fun and saying, yeah, our business should invest in R&D. We are not innovating. Next morning, they go and tell everybody, boss, we got to invest in R&D. And they go home. Business unit level managers who are senior managers, they're like, dude, how do we invest in R&D? We just got to develop some new products or improve our existing features. Okay. And they figured out that, okay, out of these 10 products that we do as a company, these two products need to change where we can play features identified. They go to the functional managers and say, boss, listen, the leadership wants us to change a product. We want to invest in R&D. And these are the two products we have identified. So you go and figure out how do we add more features? What features do we add to this product basis customer usage? Functional leaders start working on resource allocation, figuring out the technologies, taking feedbacks, going on field, understanding the product even better, understanding the customer, developing it, and then going back to business level saying, boss, we have created this. Give us your inputs and reviews. Business says, okay, very good. I like it. They take it to the leadership. They say, wow, finally we wanted investment in R&D. This is done. Fantastic. Now our business will grow. Let's go out in the market and sell this product, market this product, and make a new market for it. Let's just create awareness and attraction in customers' eyes. That is a strategic choice. That is a strategic decision making. That is what happens when you take a strategic choice at three levels. It flows down top, bottom, but backwards as well. It is both ways. Top down jati hai strategy, the execution once done goes back from the bottom to up for reviews and analysis and inputs, and then they finalize together as a group. Okay. So level of organization has this flow of strategic decision making or strategic choices, right? They have multiple choices. The real thing happens at corporate, then business, that functional goes back from functional to business to corporate. That is how the level of organization works. Very nice. The second and the most critical one, where we will be spending most of our time. We will be spending most of our time on this topic, which is basis stage of business life cycle. Okay. Basis the stage of business life cycle, how do we categorize our strategies? Okay. Now, corporate strategy could be based on stability, could be based on growth, based on retrenchment, or a combination of all of these or some of these. How do we identify कि भाई stability करनी है, growth strategy करनी है, combination we want to do, or we want to do a retrenchment? That is what we will study right now. Okay. Think about this. Okay. Let's take a pause. Let's not look at our theory screens and books. Think about a company. Okay. Question for you. Think about a company which has been working for 70 years. Think about a company which is working for 70 years in real estate construction. They make societies, they make housing, they make housing areas, they make commercial areas, malls banate hain, they create all these societies and offices and corporate parks. Big real estate company, 70, 75 years old business. New age companies are coming and saying, dude, why do you want such big societies and all of this, right? Let's just start building co-sharing spaces like Airbnbs and co-working spaces of offices like WeWork, small cabins. People will come, pay a rent and go home. Why do you have to make people invest crores and lakhs of rupees in an inventory of real estate? People can just use it on a daily basis, change their places any day, even if it's house or office. And this is a new concept that's coming in the industry. It's a new trend that is coming in their industry. Question to you, my friends, on chat, on Zoom, on wherever you're watching this. What strategy in your view, okay, your personal view, nothing is right or wrong. Think about it. What strategy should this business work on? Should it work on stability? Should it work on expanding itself? Should it retrench, like cut down, exit the business, or do a combination? What should this business do? 70, 75-year-old real estate business selling inventories of lakhs and crores of rupees houses in corporate parks. New age trend is daily rental properties of office and housing like Airbnbs and co-workspaces. And that is what real estate is moving towards. How this old age company should strategize. Should they go and stable themselves? They should just not move. What is happening is happening. They don't change anything. They get into the new business and expand. They retrench themselves. They say, okay, our time has come. 70 years, we've made money. It's time for us to cut down the business, or they should do a combination. Preeti says they should go for stability. Pranav says they should go for expansion. What do others say? What should this business do? Expansion. Ritu says expansion. Khushi says stability. Shruti says stability. Mixed responses, right? Sakshi says combination. Expand, stable, and retrench. सब कुछ एक साथ करना चाहिए. Sweetie says expand some part of the business, create some part of the business as stable, and retrench the part which is not working. So build a combination. Sumit says expand. It's time to expand. The trend is changing. There is opportunity. You already have a loyalty base of customers. You have a brand name. You have trust in the customer. The customer trusts you. Go and expand on your brand, man. Why are you just trying to retrench and stabilize? That is what people are saying. Then we say stability because real estate business always maintains existing levels of effort. Okay, that's a good point, Swati. You want to stable because it might take a lot of efforts, and you all want to always want to maintain an existing level of effort in that business as well. Sakshi says go and do a combination, man. Okay, very nice. Very happy to see flow of thoughts, flow of strategies in the classroom. Okay, none of the answers is wrong. None of the answers is right. Everything depends on your decision. The magic of strategic management is it is not about right or wrong. Nothing is right or wrong. It's about how do you strategize? How do you strategize and how do you execute that strategy will matter at the end. Okay. So Sayanto is saying that the business should stabilize and not expand. That's your strategy, Sayanto. Absolutely right. Right? What would be my answer? I would probably also go for expansion. Again, no right and wrong, but I would then, this is more like a SWOT analysis. Okay. This is where businesses really have to go and use the concepts we have used. Okay. I would go and do a pestle analysis, a SWOT analysis, and I would also do a Mendelow's matrix analysis. I would figure out what are my strengths. Is my strength working for the opportunity? Is it matching with the opportunity? Maybe yes, because I have a brand name. The customers trust my brand. If tomorrow, let's say XYZ companies, a co-working space comes or an Airbnb segment comes, people would want to come and give higher rentals as well because I enjoy quality. Customer trusts me. I can charge more money. So my strength works for this opportunity. Mendelow's matrix analysis will tell me what are the key people for me. Could be politicians, could be government officials, could be government authorities, could be customers, could be people who already own real estate land. Those are critical suppliers for me. Are they my good friends? Do I have good relationships with them? Existing relationships with them? If yes, I would go with that as well. Okay. Now, number Number three, pestle analysis. What is the legality? Long term hai bhi ya nahi hai? What if tomorrow a law comes and says, oh, sorry, co-working spaces are not safe, are not good for mental health of people. Airbnb creates a too much chaos in the society, it creates too much chaos for the land, too much wastage, environmental damage, shut down the business. I will also analyze that environmental angle for this as well. So again, when from an exam perspective, I'm coming to your point, Sushil, when you're writing answers, you have an answer in your head. Okay. You say, okay, I want to do stable, I want to be an expansion strategy, I want to be a combination. Give logic. Tell them how have you reached that decision. Like I was telling you, I would do a SWOT, I would do a pestle, I would do a Mendelow's matrix. And then because it makes sense basis a conclusion of these analysis, I would go with an expansion strategy. So your answer writing skills will improve when you start combining all the concepts you study and just not focus on what we are studying right now. Think broader. Think this is entire syllabus, strategic management, just one chapter, but exam is coming from all the five chapters. Combine your answers, tell them the logic of your conclusion. Why are you thinking like this? Why would you do this? Because of X, Y, Z reason. I did an analysis, SWOT makes sense. I did pestle analysis, looks a little risky, but not too risky, still manageable. Mendelow's matrix, it is risky, but I have good connections. I have key people who can manage my pestle ka risk. I'll go into expansion. But if this is an opportunity and I don't have a strength, I'm a very small new player and big companies are also entering into the market. Maybe I should just stabilize. Maybe I should just not expand. I will waste a lot of money. Depends on your every answer is right. Give a logic. Give a logic, use the concepts from the syllabus itself, and your answers will shine out in the examination. I can tell you your answers will shine out in the examination. Underline keywords, underline the concepts you're using, give them bullets, give it a flow. Your answer should be a flow, right? Do that and it'll be really helpful for you in the examination. Okay, back to where we were. The stage of business cycle will give you four kind of categories. One, either you stabilize your business, or you grow and expand, or you retrench, call down, call back your business, cut down your business, or you do a combination of all of these. Okay. Let's get deeper into understanding these much better. Okay. Now, you know, when we were doing this, let's go back to this. Corporate business functional. We studied how this works. Then we have market penetration. We just studied about introduction, growth, maturity, and decline stage. Okay, very nice. Now there is another based on competitive orientation or your competitive forces. Now, based on competitive forces, you have two options. Based on competitive forces, you have two options. One is, one is, one is you go and do competitive strategies from Michael Porter. Michael Porter जी ने आपको चार strategies दी. They said either you become the cost leader, or you differentiate yourself, or you focus on a niche market and differentiate or become a cost leader, or you become the best cost provider a strategist. Okay, where you give same features at lower price or you give more features at same price. You become the best cost provider to the customer. That is your competitive strategy as well. Number two competitive force based strategy is either you go with it for a joint venture. When you compete, if you cannot beat them, join them, right? If you have heard that phrase which says if you cannot beat your competition, join your competition. And that is where collaboration comes into the picture. Either you build a joint venture. Joint ventures are where people get into smaller projects to get a particular thing with their competitor. So Tata and Reliance come together to build, let's say, an infra project like an Atal Setu. Just give an example. I don't know if it's true or not, but just saying L&T, Tata, Reliance all come together to build that Atal Setu, right? That's joint venture. If you cannot beat your competition, come together, work together, make money together. That's joint venture. Strategic alliances are more about building a relationship, a long-term relationship with another brand, choosing their good things for your benefit, giving your good things for their benefit. For example, Starbucks entering India is a strategic alliance with Tata. Okay, so Starbucks, you see Starbucks, it's niche written strategic alliance with Tata. Okay, now, Starbucks came to India with a long-term relationship, contract, agreement with Tata. So Tata's distribution channel, Tata's real estate knowledge, Tata's resources, power, loyalty, brand, everything played in the favor of Starbucks, and Starbucks brand worked in the favor of Tata. That it's a global brand, and most people would want to go and get that stuff. Number three is mergers and acquisitions. If you cannot beat them, buy them. If you cannot beat them, sell yourself to them. Okay, mergers and acquisitions. Either you merge, either I always explain this. We used to do this in foundation as well. Okay, one company, another company, they come together. It's called merger. One company, another company, this company buys that company. This is acquisition. Okay, how are mergers and acquisitions different? Understand from this. Two companies joining hands together, becoming a strong thing. This is merger. This company, and this company says, you fold and I will buy you. This is acquisition. Okay, that is how mergers are different from acquisition. That's how the words explain as well. Okay, so again, basis competitive forces, two options available. Either you go with the competitive strategies from Michael Porter, or you go and collaborate. You can't win over them, buy them, or you can't win over them, join them. That is what collaboration is all about. Question from Santok. Sir, business should expand if necessary in order to cope up with changes. Absolutely, yes. Again, a good strategy, Santo, but depending on your resource availability. I cannot dream of becoming 1,000 crore business with a 10 crore investment. Very, 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 very difficult. Okay. So your resource allocation, your resource availability should match your strategic plans. We will study this in chapter number 5 when we execute. Ki dreams are good, but you got to be aware of what you got to do. 5 days left for examination, and your strategy is to revise the entire syllabus 2 times. जिंदगी में possible है. So your strategy should match with the resources available to you. Okay. Now, the focus of the next few slides, the focus of the chapter, essentially, I would say. This chapter explains all the three categories, but a broad major focus of the chapter is on business life cycle stages and the strategies we use around the business life cycle stages, okay, which is introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Very nice. Okay, now we start with stability strategy. Stability strategy, again, we will read what's there on the presentation. That's secondary. The question to you is, my question, very simple question to you is, which kind of business should do a stability strategy? Which kind of business should do a stability strategy? Which business will suit a stability strategy the most? Think about it and answer. Businesses that is well settled in the market. Okay, very nice. If they're well settled, they can just stabilize, keep making good money. They don't have to do hush rush, making more money, you're doing this and that. तोड़फोड़ मचाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can just keep making good money. Very nice. If the business is well settled in the market, which has already witnessed growth. Sweetie says if the business has already witnessed growth, then they probably can stabilize. Very nice. The industry is in maturity stage. The industry itself is maturing. There's no much scope for growth. So you got to stabilize as well. Preeti also says the same thing. At maturity stage of industry, you got to stabilize your business when the industry itself is at a maturity. They're stable. The industry is stable. You cannot grow much. You also got to stabilize. One is it not necessarily expand their business. So it's not necessary for them to expand business. They can just stabilize. Businesses which have reached maturity stage, Swati, absolutely right. Company which has a good reputation and loyalty in the eyes of the consumer, oh, they can expand more. Ideally, Soumya. If they have loyalty in the eyes of the consumer, that is the time you want to grow. तब क्यों stable हो जाओगे? Businesses with high risk. Who does not have more investment to change? They stabilize. Very nice. If they don't have enough money to expand, it is better to stabilize. Business with high risk would want to be stable. Very nice, Sumit. Great. Great. That's what is on the screen as well. You guys have just given all the answers, okay? You guys have just given all answers, which says when the market is maturing, there is an economic downturn, the industry is not growing, the economy is falling down, market share contentment. I'm happy where I am. I don't want to expand. It's not necessary for me. I am an 80% market share. Stabilize. I don't want to grow more. Consolidation phase, right? After growth, when you have already grown so much, you got to stabilize. You cannot keep growing, otherwise, it'll be a mess for you to manage. And risk averse approach, where there is a high risk and I don't want to take that risk. If I'm risk averse, I will opt for a stable strategy. Sab theek hai. Very nice. I'm very happy you guys gave absolutely the right answers and none of you used the language of the slide. Very happy for all of you. Now, my question is very simple. Kushi, okay. The company which is having modest growth, when business organization avoid necessary wastage, and then business containing less risk, business on maturity stage, at maturity stage, very good. Stability strategy होती क्या है? Give me an example. करनी चाहिए stability strategy. Okay, understood. We should do stability strategy. Very nice. Stability strategy होनी चाहिए. We should be stable. The market is not growing. We are content. What is stability strategy? करते क्या है उसमें? What do you do in stability strategy? Stability strategy में do we stop working? Do we stop working in stability strategy? What do we do? Okay, Geo is stable. I don't think so. Geo is aggressively expanding. But what do you do? What do you do in stability strategy? करते क्या हैं? Do you stop working? Do you stop taking decisions? Do you stop manufacturing? Do you stop innovating? What do you do in stability strategy? To do nothing new, but to keep doing what we already did. But how will you then keep up with changing environment, Shruti? On stability, we follow current production line and less focus on new product introduction. Okay, very nice. But then how do you match with change? Environment to change ho hi raha hai. How can you be stable? Interesting question, right? Environment is changing, consumer is changing. How can a business be stable? Achieving constant growth rate. Very nice. You are reaching the right answer. Not shifting to other kind of business, instead staying in the existing business. Very nice. But things around you are changing, my friend. Customer needs are changing, environment is changing, government is changing, laws are changing, GST is changing, pricing is changing, competitor is changing. Everything is changing around you. How can you stabilize? How will you do a stability strategy? आपको भी तो काम करते रहना पड़ेगा. The correct answer is to achieve constant growth rate. Stability strategy means where business decides to maintain its current position. Maintain its current position. not lose market at all, and focus on its sustaining operations and reducing in all types of mistakes. Sayanto, fantastic answer. Stability strategy is not about not doing anything. It is not about being lazy. It is not about being stable at all. Stability strategy, funnily, is not about being stable. It is about constantly achieving your average growth rate, not losing market share, not losing to competition. It is not a decline, my friend. It is not a decline stage. It is a stability stage. So Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, they are at stability stage. इसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं है. For a Virat Kohli, for a Rohit Sharma, they are at the peak of their careers. They are at the peak of what they could achieve. All records in your name. You're the top players. People pray you like gods. You have all the fame, the money, the life you wanted. You have everything possible. You got to stabilize it. You cannot let somebody else come to that position. Or it is very difficult for other people to reach that position. So you're holding on to that position, but it doesn't mean they're not performing. It doesn't mean Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma can just sit and enjoy, eat anything, not focus on fitness, not work every single day, not perform in matches. Not allowed. They got to perform every match. They got to perform. They got to show excitement. They got to show performance. They got to be the best every single day, but they're stable. This is stability. This is stability. If you're at the top, you remain at the top. That is stability strategy. Stability strategy is not a हाथ पीछे करके बैठ गए business चलेगा. That is not stability strategy. Most likely sense we get is stability strategy means doing nothing. Must even retire हो गए. No, that is not stability strategy. Stability strategy, if you are at top, you remain, you ensure you remain at top. That is stability strategy. Okay, clear? Okay, understood. Thumbs up. Okay, emoji. Everything, anything works. BHEL, right? Coal India, ITC, Tata Consultancy Services, Reliance Industries. All of these are stability strategy. इसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं है. But still, they have to stabilize. They have to be the top at top always. All good, clear, thumbs up, okay. Sweetie, Swati, Sumit, all people with S. Sakshi, Shruti. How is that possible? Our entire set so many people from S. We have Sweetie, Swati, Sumit, Shruti, Sakshi. How is that happening? Okay, just a funny observation. Sayanto also from S. Very nice. My surname is also from S. Cool. Let's go to the next part. The goods and the bads of stability strategy. The goods and the bads of stability strategy. What is so good about stability strategy and what is not so good about stability strategy? Okay. The good about stability strategy is right, does not involve retaining the corporation and considers as a safe approach. Okay. It doesn't force the way of doing things. It evolves, creates performance, but it does not call for a drastic change. कि आज से सब change हो जाएगा. नहीं. You evolve, you learn, you evolve. That is stability. This strategy requires minimal fresh investments and carries a lower level of investment भी कम चाहिए. Investment भी. Organizations can focus on existing resources, helping build core competencies. Work on your core competencies, stability आ जाएगी. Sorry, I guess there was an issue with Zoom. I am back. You guys can hear me now, right? and see the screen as well? Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Very nice. Okay, so we were talking about the goods and bads of stability strategy. Okay, the goods and bads of stability strategy, where we were talking about how the stability strategy is more around holding your position, focusing on existing resources and businesses, helping build core competencies. The moment, the moment you build a core competency, you figure out stability. Right? That is uh, uh, is right when you're at a mature in your skill. Okay. Figure out your how you are mature. एक बार maturity आ गई. If you are at a mature stage, the next stage in your business, is it still buffering? Looks good to me. My internet looks healthy. If you guys can just give me a thumbs up, okay, if things are working. Super. Okay. I saw a thumbs up. Very nice. Thank you so much. So when there is a maturity stage in the business, what we figure out is what we figure out is that the next stage for you is decline. Okay. इसके बाद decline ही आना है. After stability, mostly it's not really generally trend basis. After maturity, you got to be prepared for it. Business will go down, customers will go away, the product will not work, your business will see a cash flow problem, your business will see profitability problem. So after maturity stage comes a decline stage. Decline stage की क्या क्या strategies हैं, we will study after this, but it doesn't mean you have no strategy. Decline stage की भी strategies होती हैं, okay? But stability strategy का downside है, right? One is you do not want to expand. One is you really do not want to expand into newer markets. Your existing position, you're enjoying your business, absolutely right. Nothing wrong with it. But you might just lose out on opportunities to double your business. You might lose out on opportunities to build another. You might lose out some opportunities. यही बस एक problem है with stability strategy that you're not focused expanding your business. You're more focused on position. And हो सकता है some opportunities you miss out. Good or bad, time will tell, but you might just lose out some opportunities. That's a bad thing about your. I don't know that the technical thing is why is this happening today with me, but okay. Really sorry for the inconvenience, but I don't know what's happening with the shares. You guys can hear me, listen to me, all good? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Anybody can confirm, please? Awesome. Yeah, so 1 second. I am just figuring out why is my Wi-Fi acting weird today. Just give me 30 seconds. Very nice. Now my screen is also up. Very good. Very good. Just give me 1 second. I'm figuring out my and I'll be back. Okay, I think we are back now. Super. Let's get back to where we were. Back to our classroom. Done with the technical glitch. Let's do what we are doing. Okay. Now, why don't startups generally do a stability strategy, right? Why don't startups aim for stability? Tell me. Startups really know that there will be a time when their business will see maturity, there will be no more technological advancements in what they're doing. Why don't they opt for stability strategy? Because they need to grow. They have investors' money. They have investors' money, which they have to double, triple, make 4 times, 5 times, right? So they have to really, really work on converting that investment into a fruitful investment for the investors. That is why startups do not aim for stability. Okay. Most important factors are speed and agility for them. Speed and agility are some things which are very, very important for startups, and they cannot just live without growth. So they got to grow. They want to make more money out of the investors' money. That is why they generally do not do not offer stability. Also, another observation, great one from Samya is she says because they are in the introduction stage. So they generally would want to grow and not work on stability, right? If they stabilize, they can't expand. They are not meant for stability. Okay, sweetie. Very strong statement. They're not meant for stability. They're meant for growth, making money, converting the investments into massive wealth creation. They are new players in the market, so they have to focus on growth strategy. Cool. Very nice. Expansion strategy. The next one is growth and expansion strategy. Very interesting topic. Now, expansion strategy involves redefining the business corporation. Okay. Redefining the business corporation altogether. सब कुछ change होता है. Expansion growth strategy is about changing a lot of things. Number two, expansion strategy is the opposite of stability strategy. Okay. Expansion strategy is the opposite of stability strategy. When is stability? We are working on limited, the rewards are limited, we are limited to our growth, right? यहाँ पे risk averse होते हैं stability में. In high growth expansion strategy, we are risk taking, we love taking risks, right? We want to do new things, we want to try new things, we want to experiment with the business. That is what growth expansion strategy is all about. Expansion strategy leads to business growth. Expansion strategy is more about growing your business. It's about taking that plunge, taking that experience, taking that experiment, taking that risk. कि भाई करके देखते हैं, right? A firm with a mammoth growth ambition can meet its objectives only through expansion strategy. If your dreams are big, you're going to have an expansion strategy. Number three, expansion strategy is the process of renewal of the firm through fresh investments. पैसा तो लगेगा दोस्त. New business, new products, new markets. That is where and how you expand. Last one is expansion strategy is a highly versatile strategy. What it means is it offers several permutations and combinations for growth. Okay. ऐसा नहीं है कि simple होती है growth. We will study right now. Growing is also very, very, very more, like I would say, intellectually challenging than stabilizing. Growing ही तो असली challenge है. You want to grow where and how much? You want to grow where and how much? Let us take an example here. Okay. Your comments are here, Soumya. Absolutely. City like you students are risk taker. Absolutely, you guys are taking risk. I also took a risk. The risk worked for me. Okay, and would work for you as well. You're studying, the risk would work for you as well. But listen here, so what I'm telling you here is when businesses are expanding, it is an intellectually challenging process. Now think about this. You are a great dancer. Okay. Let's take a step back from a business and first understand why is expansion and growth such an intellectually challenging process. You are a great dancer. Okay. Question to you, my friends. Question to you, my friends. You are a great dancer. Where do you want to be at the age of 35? You are whatever age you are at right now, let's say, okay? Where do you want to be after, let's say, 10, 15 years? Let's just go away with the age. Where do you think you will be after 15 years? The thing is, the statement is you are a great dancer. बहुत अच्छा डांस करते हो आप. But where do you see yourself after 15 years as a dancer? You are a you're a very good dancer. 15 years बाद क्या aspiration होगी? Where do you want to be? Okay, Ruhani says choreographer of big events. That's one path of growth. Okay, what else? I would want to be an international dance performer, Pranav. Another path of growth. Okay, as a choreographer of films, Bollywood choreographer, another path of growth. Best dancer in my field. Okay, Kiran, you would be, but where? What would you be doing? What is your epitome of growth and success? Bollywood choreographer, big events choreographer, international choreographer, growing stage global platform, still giving performance nationally and internationally, win an international dance show. Okay. Now see how interesting this is. Okay. See how interesting this is. I just gave you one statement. You are great at dancing. I just gave you one statement. You are very good dancer. Have a very big a dance institute, Kiran, right? Win an international dance show. आप सब का statement is same, but all of your growth strategies are different. All of your growth expansion strategies are absolutely different based on your aspirations. Somebody wants to start a dance academy, somebody wants to have an international performance, somebody wants to be a Bollywood choreographer, somebody wants to do IFA, somebody wants to do a Star Parivar Awards, somebody wants to be a Hollywood dancer, somebody wants to be doing concerts, dance performances, dance show, dance academy, judge on a dance show, right? Global platform, growing a stage, win an international national award for and competitions for dance. आप सबका growth and expansion plan and strategy is different, even when all of you were asked to do the same thing or told the same thing about your thing, that you're a good dancer. That is exactly what growth and expansion strategy is. I want to expand, I want to grow, I want to be the big business, I want to do this. क्या करना चाहते हो? How do you want to be where you want to be? That is an intellectually challenging process, part of expansion strategy. Understood? Interesting, right? Grow तो सबको करना है. कितना grow करना है और कैसे करना है is one thing that the business has to be very mindful of. How much do you want to grow and where do you want to be and how you want to grow? Okay, that will really decide your strategy. Understood? Very nice. Expansion strategy is a highly versatile strategy. It offers several permutations and combinations for growth. Several permutations and combinations. Each one of you were growing in your aspiration. Each one of you want to grow and expand, but differently. It's a versatile strategy. ठीक है? इसको और समझते हैं. Major reasons why does a business really want to expand? Why would you want to expand? More market, more customers, more money, more pride, bigger brand, bigger presence, international, globalization, सब कुछ इसमें आ जाएगा. Why do businesses want to grow and expand? For a bigger market, customer base, loyalty base, bigger brand, more popular, more money, more profits, more global presence, XYZ. इसीलिए तो आपको expand करना है ना. That is why you want to expand your business. It is a versatile strategy. On your screen is the versatility of expansion or growth strategy. Expansion and growth strategy इतना versatile है कि आपकी screen पे दिख रहा है. It's on your screen. Now look at this interestingly. A growth strategy is divided into two parts. It is divided into two parts. Number one, internal growth. Number two, external growth. Number one, internally grow करो. Internal कैसे grow करोगे? Either you will intensify or you will diversify. Either you will intensify or you will diversify. But if you're growing externally, either you will go for M&A, mergers and acquisitions, or you will go for strategic alliances. Growth strategy either will be an internal growth or will be an external growth. When it is internal growth, it is either intensification or diversification. If it is an external growth, it is either mergers and acquisitions or it is strategic alliance. Simple है. When it is intensification, intensification क्या होता है? What is intensification? Intensification is doing the same thing with more intensity, more passion, more effort. उसी काम में और घुस जाएंगे हम. We will become better and better in the same thing that we do and we will expand. Diversify is we will go beyond what we do today. I will go beyond what we do today. That is diversification. I am good at taxation. I will become the best tax person. Every day, tax, tax audit, tax litigation, tax preparation, ITR filing, tax planning, tax this, international taxation, transfer pricing, blah, 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 blah. उसी के अंदर intensify करूंगा. Diversification is taxation, audit, and also maybe PMLA, right? That which is money laundering act. I would do all three. I'm diversifying. Right? I will. So we'll come to that. Why is diversification here also and here also? We'll come to that. Okay. Now, when you diversify, you have three options: concentric, conglomerate, innovation. पढ़ेंगे. सब चीज पढ़ेंगे with example पढ़ेंगे. So do not worry about कि I will just end this here with this graphic. No. Every single strategy will be discussed with you with examples here. But understand how growth strategies are. Internal, external. Internal, either you intensify in the thing that you're doing or you diversify. Second is external growth. Internally, I'm not able to grow. So I go outside my organization and see, okay, this company is good, let's buy them. That company, smaller company is good, let's buy them and expand our business. Or we do strategic alliance. Oh, that person does that something very nice. Let's become a strategic partner, work together with them and expand. That is external growth. So internal and external growth. Any questions? Any questions? Yes or no? And then we get into the topic. Any questions? Yes or no? And if no, we get into the topic of each of these strategies with examples. Swati, why is diversification 2 times? I'll just share when we get into intensification. So that question will be answered. No questions? Very nice. Let's get into the first one. Intensification. We're talking about intensification, okay? Intensification number one, market penetration, market development, product development, and हमारा product penetration, or when we say diversification. ठीक है जी, देखिए क्या होता है. Understand this very carefully. Market penetration. It means it means increasing sales of current product in existing market. How would you do that? Examples will come from you. Market penetration. Market penetration. Examples will come from you. I'm giving you what it means. Increasing sales of current product in existing market. Market penetration. How would you do that? How would you increase the sales of your current products in existing markets? How will you increase the sales of your current products in your current markets? By advertising. Very nice. By giving advertisements. What else? What else? By reducing the price of the products. Okay, pricing techniques. What else can you do? By reducing the prices, by giving advertisements. New flower wind chips. New flower wind chips? What is flower wind chips? New flavor. New flavor in chips. Okay. Lucrative offers, geo recharge options for it was low, then increased, creating demand. Okay, by reducing the price of products, by advertising. Increasing distribution. Increasing the distribution of your products across all shops, encouraging increased usage, giving debtor more credit period. Yeah, yeah. This is finance guy. Okay. Giving debtor more credit period. Very nice. इसकी वजह से हम और सेल्स कर पाएंगे. ठीक है, could be a strategy. Encouraging increased usage. You know this interesting concept, why your toothpaste now have a broader opening. Earlier it was very small, now it has a broader, so that you use more of toothpaste and you got to buy more. Your washing powders have that thing where you use more liquid soap. It's a big opening. इतना बड़ा तो चाहिए भी नहीं हमें ढक्कन और मुंह. But we still have that big cap and big outlet of that bottle, so that we use more. When you use more, you buy more. When you buy more, the sales is more. You encourage increased usage. Smart way of increasing your market penetration. Okay, you're absolutely right. Marketing, distribution, and encouraging increased usage. Second is market development. Market development means आप अपने existing products you're taking to newer markets. How would you do that? How would you do that? How would you do that? How would you take your existing products to newer markets? New features, very nice. But existing product है ना, new feature नहीं डाल सकते. Your existing product, you're not touching the product. You're just taking it to the new market. Buy one, get one free, creating buzz. Okay. Make in India, global sale. Indian missile selling to Vietnam. Okay, pretty very nice. Existing product, new market. Okay, I will give you a very reaching out to other regions, new markets. I will give you very cool example. Listen to this very carefully. Okay, there is a medicine called Ozempic. There is a medicine called Ozempic. Okay, listen to this very carefully. There is a medicine called Ozempic. Okay, it helps control your sugar levels. It is a medicine for diabetes. Ozempic, a medicine made by Novo Nordisk's company, is a medicine for diabetes. Okay, now now the company figured out that if anybody who takes this medicine loses a lot of weight, if you take Ozempic, which is medicine for diabetes, you lose a lot of weight. Within 6 months, you lose about 5 to 7 kgs. All healthy, no side effects. This medicine has no side effects, has no medical challenge, but you reduce a healthy weight. आप healthy रहते हो, आपका weight loss हो जाता है. Okay? Now this is what the company figured out. And it saw that people are buying this medicine for weight loss. ये तो यूज ही नहीं था मार्केट, ये तो हमारी दवाई का. They figured out that this was not even the use case of my medicine, Ozempic ka. Now they figured out, man, my same product, I don't have to change anything in the product. It's the same diabetes medicine, but people figured out a new use case of this medicine, and they sold that medicine like a weight loss tablet. Okay, they sell that medicine as a weight loss tablet, and people across the globe, India has banned that medicine per se in certain proportions, right? Some of the countries have also banned because it's a weight loss XYZ. But European and American countries are just buying that medicine like anything. There's a daily dose people are taking of Ozempic just to reduce weight, and that has become a weight loss medicine with no side effects. So what happened is existing product, new market, new use case, and business just expanded like anything. Okay. This is a classic case study of Ozempic where it's a market development where they did not change anything about the product. They just figured out a new use case of that product. और उसको पलट के बेच दिया. And they're just selling it like hotcakes. Okay. Now, this is basically another example of market development where your example of going global is the classic way of expanding. The classic way of expanding your business is going global. But sometimes an interesting case studies like these also tell you that existing product, new use case, newer market can be a game changer as well, right? Read about it after the class if you want to. Very interesting, very interesting. Number three, मेरे दोस्त क्या होता है? Number three क्या होता है? Which is product development, which is developing new features of the product, new features or the new product itself for existing customers or existing markets, reaching out to new customers. Okay, but but number three, product development is developing a product. You go to the customer, you take a feedback from the customer, what is working, what is that they want, what they need, and basis that you develop some features or develop a product. That is called product development. Okay. Number four is product penetration. It means selling new products to existing customers, right? Which means cross-selling, which means cross-selling, upselling, and bundling. Have you heard about these terms? You would talk about cross-selling, upselling, and bundling. बहुत ज्यादा होता है. बहुत ज्यादा होता है. Where in especially in cars, when you go to buy a car, they upsell a lot of things. Change your seat covers to leather, change your tires to alloy wheels, then put in a music system. You want a sunroof or without sunroof? You want a automatic, you want a manual. They're upselling. Everything you keep adding to the same car, your price starts increasing. They're upselling, promoting higher end versions and upgrades to the customer is upselling. Okay. Cross selling is basically giving complementary products, which is if you buy this packet of tea, you get 2 cups of tea free. Cross selling. Cups भी बेच रहे हैं and ये भी बेच रहे हैं, right? Okay. Now, another is bundling. Buy one, get two free. Buy three, get five free, right? You buy two bottles of shampoo, one conditioner free. That is bundling of products. Bundling of products to have to give out more sales so that people buy two shampoos. Chahiye ek. Now I need one bottle of shampoo, but because I see an offer, two bottles of shampoo and one conditioner free, ऐसे हाँ चलो मंगा लेते हैं यार, फ्री मिल रहा है, दो शैम्पू तो यूज हो जाएंगे. I am buying more than what I need because they've just bundled. I was about to buy a shampoo for 300 rupees. Now I am buying a combo for 700 rupees. They just like 2.5 times my expense or their revenue. My expense is their revenue. So businesses are just increasing their revenue by doing all of this. Okay, this is called bundling and upselling and cross selling. Now there was another diversification in the chart. This diversification is basically new product, new market. New product in new market, and that becomes diversification. And then it becomes a separate tower of expansion in itself. Okay, so somebody was asking, why is diversification here? Market penetration, existing product, existing market. Market development, existing product, newer market. Product development and penetration is you either create new products or you do an upselling, cross selling, or bundling. Diversification is new product, new market. और तब उसका एक अलग से you have a new flow of diversification. Okay, diversification, which is also of three types. Are we good till here? Any questions, any doubts? Feel free to ask right now. I will take a pause of 2 minutes here. Any questions, any doubts? Ask here before we go to diversification. Any question, any doubt, any example you want to share on intensification, take your time, do that. I'm taking a pause of 2 minutes so that you can share your thoughts and any examples or any questions, inquiries, and doubts. And then we move on to diversification. Both the exam, at most, there will be 5-mark question, right? Yes. Yes. I was thinking that yes, it is going to be a 5-mark. Product penetration, okay? Again, upselling, cross-selling, bundling. Upselling is giving a higher end product or upgrades and a higher end model बेचने को बोलते हैं upselling. Cross selling is selling a complementary product with the main product. Like with tea you're getting tea cups, or with coffee you're getting a coffee mug. That is called cross selling. And bundling is buy two get one free, or building a combo of products so that people spend more money, buy more of your product, and that is called bundling. So two shampoos, one conditioner, or 5 pack of 5 soaps. You will always see 5 soaps together, right? You go and buy hand soap or a bathing soap. They're a package of 5 or 6 always. That's called bundling. So that people have to buy 6 soaps together. Okay, let's move on to diversification. Intensification, I guess, is all clear, and I see all doubts have been. Is it part of product development? Kind of, yes. You can put it under that as well. Okay. Now, diversification. 3 types, my friend. Concentric, conglomerate, innovation. Concentric diversification, conglomerate diversification, and and innovation. Okay. There's a thought from Preeti. She says, Jio and Airtel recharge plan hike from 3rd of July to announce early. This is what kind of strategy? You tell me. What kind of strategy? Pricing strategy. This is pricing strategy. Entering global market is an example of market development. That is right, Soumya. Absolutely. Entering global market is an example of market development. concentric, conglomerate, and innovation. Concentric means, very carefully, very carefully. Concentric means when you are diversifying, new product, new market. Diversification, new product, new market. Diversification, new product, new product, new market. ये कौन सा P है? Okay. New product, new market. New product, new market is diversification. Concentric is when the goods are somewhat related. When the goods or products or markets you are entering to diversify are somewhat related, it is called concentric diversification. When you're entering products and market which are not related to your existing product or market, that is called conglomerate. And innovation is something else which we will discuss separately. Okay. If you are entering a new product, new market, and the existing product and market are related to the new product and market, we call it concentric. When the new product and new market are not at all related to your existing product and market, we call it as conglomerate. We call it as conglomerate diversification. Amul products. Yes, they are diversification. Very nice. Amul is a classic example of diversification. We will study which kind. So here we are. Under concentric, you have vertical. Under vertical, you have forward and backward. Okay? When we say vertical and horizontal, you are a particular product. You will have a vertical diversification. या तो आप आगे जा रहे हो या आप पीछे जा रहे हैं. Either you are going forward or you're going backward to diversify your business. When you are a business and which is doing a concentric diversification, which is related, new product or new market, somewhat related new product होगा या somewhat related new market होगी, and that is where you're diversifying. But either you're diversifying vertically ahead of your business or backwards of your business. That is called concentric diversification, vertical forward and vertical backward diversification. Now, vertical forward diversification, there are two examples on your screen. Number one is oil refinery owning gas stations. An oil refinery starts in its own gas station, that is vertical forward diversification. आज तक हम सिर्फ तेल निकाल रहे थे, आज हम तेल खुद रिटेल बेच रहे हैं. So from an oil refinery, I have my gas stations as well. That is vertical forward diversification. Second example could be a shoe manufacturer launching retail shoes. A shoe manufacturer, your shoe manufacturer is launching retail stores in the market. They're opening their own shops. They're opening their own stores where people can come and buy. They are actually a manufacturer, but they are launching their own retail stores as well. That is called vertical forward diversification. That is called vertical forward diversification, where the manufacturer gets into its own retail, connecting with the consumers directly. Vertical backward diversification क्या होता है? Vertical backward diversification is, for example, a fast food chain purchasing farms. A fast food chain goes and purchases farms to produce the raw material like onions and potatoes and tomatoes and all of that. Fast food chain going into purchasing a farm to do their own farming is a backward diversification. It is a backward diversification. Similarly, clothing retail owning cotton plantation. अब भाई clothing retail shop है. Now they bought cotton plantations to serve their own raw material. That is a backward diversification. That is a backward diversification. So vertical forward diversification, vertical backward diversification as well. I want you to give me example, one each of vertical forward and one of vertical backward. Not from the presentation, but from your own creative minds. Give me an example of each of vertical forward and vertical backward diversification. Give me an example of each one. An example of vertical forward, an example of vertical backward. Vertical forward, vertical backward. Amul buying cow farm. Absolutely. Very nice, Kiran. Amul buying a cow farm. आगे ये भी बताओ vertical forward है या vertical backward है. You also got to tell me after your example that is it vertical backward or is it vertical forward? Is it vertical forward or is it vertical backward? So Amul buying cow farms is a backward. Vertical forward, Geo launch air fiber, which is existing geo fiber. Okay. Okay. Vertical forward. Can be. But I think that's product development, isn't it? Launching their own vertical, own fiber in internet is a new product, new thing for the existing customer. It's a new product for the existing customer. Soumya says vertical, backward is Starbucks buying coffee estate. That's right. Car manufacturers opening showrooms. Very nice. Okay. Again, vertical forward, vertical car manufacturer opening store forward. Cafe producing coffee beans, vertical forward. Okay. Adani Ambuja Cement backward. No, that is merger and acquisition, Shruti. वो तो खरीदी है ना कंपनी. It's a merger and acquisition. That is not a backward integration. Farmers growing vegetables, selling in bulk now in real market as well. That is vertical, forward. Amul opening a sweet shop is forward, okay. Vertical backward, Tata Tea buying tea farming. Vertical backward is chips company producing potatoes. Very nice. Then we have Geofiber, Amul, done. And we have farmers growing vegetables, selling in bulk in retail as well. Very cool. Horizontal diversification. Vertical तो समझ आ गया. Vertical तो समझ आ गया. What is horizontal diversification? What is horizontal diversification? It is one. Horizontal diversification involves a company entering new product categories that are unrelated to existing products, but the target is similar customer segment. Examples. You give me examples. I have given you the definition of horizontal. I have given you the definition of horizontal diversification, where you have a new product, but your target customer is different. You have a new product, but your target consumer and customer is different. Oh, similar. New product, but your target customer segment is similar. Some examples of businesses. You got to give me. You need to think and give me. Chips company manufacturing cold drink. Vodafone Idea again merger and acquisition, Kiran. Not a horizontal diversification. It's M&A. It's mergers and acquisition. Clothing manufacturers opening retail stores. ये तो वर्टिकल हो गया. हॉरिजॉन्टल बताओ. हॉरिजॉन्टल. Books company diversifying to stationery business. Yes, Ruhani has got the answer right. Ruhani Jain has given the right answer. Tata providing Starbucks coffee. Strategic alliance, Sakshi, not a horizontal diversification. I just told you that's a strategic alliance. Horizontal diversification is new product to the same customer segment. Patanjali being yoga center, getting medicines as well. Excellent example, Sweetie. Dairy milk selling ice cream. Excellent example, Kiran. Now you guys are getting it. Now you guys are getting it. Same customer segment को नया product दे दो. Same customer segment, you give them a new product. It is horizontal diversification. People want fast food. आप pizza brand हो, you start giving burgers as well. You start giving sandwiches. Horizontal. Smartwatch with health conscious. How is that horizontal? Horizontal diversification. New product, same customer segment. उसी कस्टमर को एक नया माल, नया प्रोडक्ट देना है आपने, उसको बोलते हैं horizontal diversification. It is all about new product to the same target customer. Target customer की need एक ही है. You figure that need and you offer a new product. That is horizontal diversification. Dairy milk selling ice cream. The need is something sweet. I'm giving chocolates and now I'm giving ice creams. Book company providing stationery. The need is stationery supplies, books and stationeries both. The consumer is the same, जिसको वो चाहिए. So books company giving stationery as well. Horizontal diversification. Real estate company entering into furniture. Correct. Absolutely, Preeti. Horizontal diversification. Reliance Trends offering cosmetic products as well. Horizontal diversification. Wow Momo selling muffins as well. Horizontal diversification. CA practice direct tax and also in indirect tax. Yes, could be. Could be. Right? Horizontal. Some examples for you on the screen that I have also brainstormed and written here are a beverage company entering snacks market. कोका कोला के चिप्स आने लग गए, पेप्सी के चिप्स आने लग गए. Horizontal vertification. Shoe company launching fitness apparel, right? A shoe company is now also selling their fitness apparels, trousers and t-shirts and polos and gym shirts and gym tops. That's your horizontal diversification. And finally, a hotel chain entering cruise line industry. A hotel chain also starting a cruise line or cruise services for its customers. Same set of customers, you're giving them a new product. Hotel chain entering cruise line industry is also part of diversification, which is horizontal. Horizontal diversification. Conglomerate. Conglomerate is unrelated businesses. Tata Group, Virgin Group, unrelated businesses करते हैं. They sell salt, they make aeroplane engines, they make clothes, they have online portal, they have clothing company, they have shoe making, they have laptops, chips, Tata Consultancy, Tata Consumer, Tata Steel, Tata Motors, they make cars, Tata Salt, they make Tata Tea. Unrelated businesses करते हैं सारे. They do all unrelated businesses. That is conglomerate. That is conglomerate. Unrelated businesses कर रहे हैं सारे and they're diversifying. They're diversifying their portfolio with unrelated businesses. It is a conglomerate business. Tata, Virgin, doing the same thing. भाई प्लेन भी बनाते हैं, खाना भी बनाते हैं, hotels भी है. They have hotels also, planes also. They have consumers, tea, latram, patram, technology, software engineering, schools, hospitals, everything. It's a conglomerate. It is a conglomerate. Okay, very simple. But the question is it really worth expanding so much to diversify a business into unrelated products? Tell me, what do you think? Is it really, really fruitful and needed to diversify into unrelated products? Is it really important? Is it really important to diversify into unrelated products? Yes. Why? Why? Yes, but why? You get new customers, very nice. Risk diversifying is healthy, very nice. If they want to expand, then it's important, okay? It will enable to identify new opportunities and to reach out to different customer segments. Yes. Risk diversifying. एक business नहीं चला दूसरा तो चलेगा. You are mitigating your risk. You're reducing your risk. You get more customers, you get more market access, you get more money, and you become more risk friendly because if one business doesn't work, the other business will. If one business doesn't work, the other business will. And that is why a conglomerate is a good option for expansion. A conglomerate is a good option for expansion because even if one business doesn't work, the other one will. Even if one business is not working, the other one will. And that is where the magic will happen. And then the question comes that why do we even want to innovate as well? Okay. We want to be a conglomerate because it reduces the risk of failure. Number two, new customers, new markets, new experience. Very nice. But why do you want to innovate as well? One, you want to innovate to solve complex problems like sustainable energy, healthcare. All of these needs to be addressed by technology. To solve complex problems, we need to innovate. We need to innovate to solve complex problems. Complex problems will only be solved when you innovate, right? New technology, new ways of doing things. Number two is increase productivity. When you increase your productivity, you innovate, right? Through innovation like artificial intelligence, machine learning, they have increased the efficiency so much. They have increased the productivity so much of the businesses that businesses are now able to deliver their results much faster, much efficiently, in lesser time, with more success rate. That is why innovation is important because it helps you to increase productivity. It helps you to be more successful. The business can acquire more customers, leading to more revenue, and thus helps in earning more profits. Absolutely. That's why you should diversify into a conglomerate. Number three, it gives competitive advantage. Innovation is such an underrated way of giving a competitive advantage to yourself is because if you do something new, if you have something which is innovative, you can charge premium and even become a monopoly in no time. So innovation gives you that added advantage of competitive advantage where probably you can win the competition for years to come and become a monopoly as well. So innovation is one of the strategic choices under internal diversification because with innovation we can diversify, expand our business, increase our efficiency, increase our productivity, solve complex problems, and give competitive advantage to the business. Okay, very nice. What is ML and increased productivity? Machine learning, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. It is not milliliter, it is machine learning. Adapting to current trends through innovation. Very nice. Let's move to our last topic for today, and then will be the time for Q&A in 10 minutes. Okay. Mergers and acquisitions. Mergers and acquisitions. Like we just studied, horizontal, vertical, concentric, cogeneric, and conglomerate, the same concept applies here, but instead of internal, it is now external growth. It is an external growth, and the option is mergers and acquisitions. And there are four ways you can do this. Number one is horizontal merger and acquisition. Number two is vertical merger and acquisition. Number three is con-generic merger and acquisition. And number four is conglomerate mergers and acquisition. Mergers and acquisitions are a way of expanding your business externally, of diversifying externally, of expanding externally, where you merge with somebody else or you acquire or get acquired. Okay. Horizontal is again the same concept, like grocery store chain acquiring a grocery store chain B is horizontal. Vertical is soft drink company acquiring a fruit juice manufacturer. Co-generic are sporting goods companies acquiring a fitness apparel brand. And conglomerate is media company acquiring a fast food chain. Unrelated business में acquisition और merger हो रहे हैं, उसको बोलते हैं conglomerate mergers and acquisitions. Horizontal, vertical, congeneric, and conglomerate. Okay, are we good till here? Very nice. External growth, strategic alliance. Most of you are getting confused there. Strategic alliance क्या होती है? Okay, first you tell me, what do you think is strategic alliance? Question to you guys. I think you guys are very confused. We'll spend 10 minutes on this topic. What do you think is strategic alliance? What do you think is strategic alliance? Strategic alliance. Break down the words. Strategic alliance. What is strategic alliance? What do you mean by strategic alliance? Let's work together. Wow, very nice, sweetie. Good definition. In exam comes, what do you mean by strategic alliance? It means let's work together. Joint ventures, okay? Tata Starbucks, I've already given that example, Kiran. ICICI Prudential. Prudential is a UK-based insurance company. ICICI Lombard. Again, strategic alliance. Insurance में बहुत होता है, right? There are many more companies where you will see strategic alliance as well. Okay. What it means is joining hands with people or businesses which can support your overall mission and vision. It means an agreement or a strategic partnership. What a chat GPT सायन तो chat GPT से कॉपी करके चिपका रहे हो मेरे को, right? Between two or more companies who agree to pursue an agreed objectives and work together and grow together. If you've written this yourself, Sayanto, congratulations, 100 out of 100 आएंगे exam में. It is so well written that I'm thinking this is ChatGPT. Okay, but if you've written it yourself, fantastic, big congratulations, very proud of you. I gave an example, but again, you have given the thing. To ally with someone having individuality of each. Wow, Srini, what a technical term. Okay, cool. So strategic alliance is basically four types. Strategic alliance is four types. It is organizational, economic, strategic, and political. Strategic alliance चार तरीके से की जाती है. Okay, and इसके चार फायदे हैं. चार तरीके से की जाती है और वही चार फायदे. There are four advantages and four ways of doing strategic alliances. Number one is organizational. You figure out a partner who has a well-known respect in the market, and when you join with them, you automatically gain that respect as well. That is the organizational benefit. You join hands with somebody, they are very well known in the market, you also become very well known in the market. Number two, economic. Both share profits and both share losses. Economic benefit. Strategic benefit is you get access to new customers, you get access to new markets, you get access to new ways of doing things. And that is a strategic benefit of external growth strategic alliance. Number four is political. Now, sometimes your partners will have a lot of political connect, and so you will also get the benefit of that political connect as a strategic alliance partner with them. That is a political benefit of having a strategic alliance externally. Externally. But the biggest problem with strategic alliance is you're sharing a lot of your information with your strategic alliance partner as well. Tata today knows how Starbucks works, how much is the costing, how do they make coffee, how do they operate, what is their mindset. 3 साल बाद टाटा अपना खुद का स्टारबक्स खोल सकता है. So the only drawback in sharing with strategic alliance partners is that you also share the know-how of the business. Once you share the know-how of the business, your business is gone for a toss because now the competition knows your pricing, your products, the ways of doing things, and that is why it is a problem. That is why it is a problem. G7, G20 strategic alliance. Absolutely. Coming together for a common purpose. With that, it's already 9 a.m. I will stop the conceptual study here today. We continue from strategic alliance tomorrow. And we have so many very interesting concepts coming up for you. Strategic exits, then the models of identifying the right portfolio mix. Too many examples, so many questions coming up for you tomorrow. Promise, promise, promise. We will do at least good amount of questions for your exam practice. And I will try to merge all the chapters. So questions are coming up tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. And now let us open up for Q&A. Let us open up the session for Q&A next 15-20 minutes, whatever we have. वैसे we have till 9:30. We are here anyway. If you have any questions, any doubts, unmute yourself, ask your questions on the chat or on the Zoom, and we'll be happy to answer. But as again I said, go home, revise, and read more about chapter number 4. Read chapter number 4, and it will be interesting for you to interact tomorrow. Okay. We are now opening up the Q&A for you. I'm stopping the share, and now we are opening question and answer. If you have any doubts, any queries, go ahead and ask. How rapid expansion define? Okay, rapid expansion is expanding very, very fast, very, very quickly through resource allocation, through new product. It could be anything, but you expand like anything. You are blowing a lot of money. For example, Chat GPT. For example, Tata New. For example, a lot of new products expand very, very rapidly, right? They invest a lot of money in advertisement and customer acquisition, and they expand very fast. Tata Technology and BMW work together will be an alliance. Absolutely, yes. Go ahead, ask your questions. Most of the questions in chapter 4 will come from strategic choices only, asking you questions on what is the importance, where is it more suitable. Case scenarios will have a strategy, and you will have to identify that strategy, which kind of strategy they are, based on their product life cycle, based on the organizational development, based on the growth strategy, right? You're still muted. Kiran, you want to talk? Or you can drop a chat as well. That's also fine. I'm reading the chat anyway. If you want to unmute, let me know. I'll ask the technical team to unmute you. You want to unmute yourself and ask a question? Happy to take up. Happy to hear voice. Kiran, you might now be able to unmute yourself. Maybe try and ask a question.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, Kiran. Tell me, please.
Sir, there is a question in the study mat, question number 8, ICAI. This I am not able to understand.
Okay. Do you have that question, or can you read that question for me? Maybe I'll not have
Yes.
access to the. Sure, go ahead, please.
Sir, it says diversification primarily helps to reduce competition, reduce risk, reduce taxes, reduce costs. What it is?
What do you think?
I'm confused, sir. That's why I'm asking.
Still, what do you think should be the right answer?
Reduce risk.
Reduce risk.
I'm not able to understand, sir. That's why I'm asking. I'm not understanding this question only.
Okay, you're not understanding the question only. Give me 1 second. I'll open the scenario also, because I was also not able to hear your voice clearly. You're saying this is question number what? I'll open the.
Eight.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm opening the booklet so that I can refer with you. We'll help you with all the queries. Don't worry. We're here for that. Let me open the book. Which chapter are you asking, Kiran?
4 only. This chapter only, sir.
This chapter only, chapter 4, strategic choices. Let me go to the questions. Question number
8. 8.
8. Question number 8, which says question number 8. Very nice. Okay. Question number 8 says diversification primarily helps to either reduce competition, reduce risk, reduce taxes, or reduce cost. Okay. Now, what happens when you look at diversification? We were just studying what diversification does. It means when you diversify, okay, when you're going into multiple businesses which are unrelated, or even if they are related, what are you doing as a business? What are you doing as a strategist is you're reducing your risk of failure, okay? I am going into one product, I'm going into second product, I'm going to third. If one doesn't work, I can move to the second, focus on the second. If second doesn't work, I can go to the third and focus on the third. So diversification is not reducing your competition. It's even going to increase your competition, because every business will have its own set of competition. So reducing competition, not happening. Will it reduce taxes? No. More the profit. I'm aiming for more profit through diversification. More profit, more taxes. So more reducing taxes, not happening. Will it reduce my cost? Absolutely not. I'm diversifying into different areas. I will need more people. I will need more capital. I will need more stuff to more product, more development. Is my cost reducing? No. But is my risk reducing? Maybe yes. Why? Because if one fails, I can move on to the other as a business. My business is not going to collapse. So the answer is 8B, which is reducing your risk. Okay. It's always in MCQs, wherever you are stuck, you start to elimination process. MCQs, if you guys give any competitive exams, you will get to know there's a technique called elimination process. This doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense. Okay, maybe then if all of these doesn't make sense, this one makes more sense. That could be the right answer. But here, the reason is because you have still something to fall back upon, reduces your risk. Okay, that helps.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now clear.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Feel free to ask more questions. Kiran, you can ask more questions as well. You just don't have to stick to one. If you're still confused, from your voice, I was not able to be convinced that you're still understanding it. If not, ask again. There's no problem. We have 30 minutes for you.
No, now it is clear, sir. It's clear now.
Super. Super. Thank you.
If nobody is asking any questions, sir, आप भी कुछ क्वेश्चन हमसे पूछ लीजिए.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. But I have some questions in the chat. Let me take those up and then I'll ask those questions. Okay. Nowadays, a company market themselves as to reduce sugar by 20% or sugarless or sugar free. Is that an enlightenment marketing? Mostly, yes. Okay. So, enlightenment is more about telling people, that's more about social marketing as well. And it's a mix of both. Okay. I would also call it as probably there is something called as okay, we can call it enlightened marketing also, because they are telling people that sugar is not healthy. That is why we are reducing the amount of sugar, right? They're reducing sugar because inherently they're telling the consumer that sugar is bad for your health. So they're enlightening them while asking for a premium on sugar free. So it's a double smart marketing where they say, okay, we are reducing sugar, but we are increasing prices, which is absurd, ideally, if you think of it. Or is turnaround strategy, Preeti? Next class. We have next class also. We'll study that. How forward and backward integration is different. Forward is when you go a step ahead in your value creation chain. We talked about value chain analysis. The manufacturer goes to the wholesaler, to the retailer, to the consumer. This is forward chain. Now, a retailer going back to the wholesaler, going back to the manufacturer, going back to the raw material supplier, that is a backward chain. Which chain you pick up for diversification or integration or intensifying your business depends, is it forward looking or is it backward looking? Right? What is the merit of concentric diversification? It's easier than conglomerate, okay? Concentric is because you're still in related products. The customers still know your brand. Uh, think about it. If Apple starts a hotel, Apple, there's a huge let's say 5-star, 7-star hotel by the name of Apple. Maybe people will visit once or twice, but people will be like, ah, technology company, phone company opening a hotel. Maybe the designs will be good. People would want to go and visit. But it's difficult for Apple to sustain a business which is very unrelated. While if Apple starts a business in tech services, or it starts a business in some making laptop softwares for other companies, starts a B2B business of developing softwares for corporate accounts or corporate customers, that could be a great success because they're doing this, but they have the brand loyalty, customer loyalty, and people trust them for a particular thing, right? Now, if tomorrow somebody who is good at a restaurant, right? A very famous restaurant starts a hospital. You're like, ye kya ho gaya? Right? They're doing conglomerate, like a famous restaurant, XY, let's say McDonald's hospital. You'll be like, why is McDonald's opening a hospital? It's a conglomerate business for McDonald's that they open a hospital. But you will not have that comfort. They're like, यहाँ पे जंक फूड खिला के हॉस्पिटल भेजना, खुद हॉस्पिटल खोल दिया. But similarly, a medicine company, let's say Cipla or Sun Pharma, opens up a hospital, you'll be like, for them, it is concentric then. For Sun Pharma, for Cipla, it becomes a concentric diversification. It's easier to relate to the customer. Okay. That's the merit of concentric diversification. In case of stability, the company is aware that the next stage is decline. Okay. Even though why the company will stabilize? Because stability may you make the most money. We will study BCG matrix in the next session, and there we have this very interesting concept of cash cow. वहां पे आपको पढ़ाएंगे कि why do companies want to stabilize as well? Interesting concept. Okay, I'll come to the questions on Zoom also. I'm taking up the BOS app questions first. Why? What is the meaning of vertical and how different between vertical and horizontal? Vertical is forward and backward. Horizontal is sideways. customer target same है, product नया दे रहे हो. That is horizontal. What do you mean by strategic approach with respect to strategic mapping? Strategic, see, strategic word is highly glamorized, but what strategic word means is a process. It means step by step doing things. Okay. Strategy is nothing but a process from planning to sitting down, thinking, plan A, plan B, and then executing and controlling. That is strategy. So strategic approach to strategic mapping is it should have a clear set structure of doing things. Strategic का और कुछ मतलब नहीं होता है. Strategic just means having a very clear process around a particular thing so that you can go back and do things. Everything everywhere doesn't work. It should be a process. This, then this, then this, then this, then this. That is strategic. That is being strategic. So strategic approach is doing things in a process. What is the meaning of vertical diversification and what is the difference between vertical and horizontal diversification? Pranjali, puri class us pe hui hai, right? You can go back and watch the sessions, read so many examples we have given. Once we upload the presentations, you can go and study material. Same concept I'm not repeating. I'm taking up questions which are thought provoking. Okay. You can see the same concept again on the videos on YouTube as well. Where did I complete my articleship? From Delhi. Okay. I did my articleship in taxation, just for your information. I don't know why, but I did it. Okay. How forward and backward integration is different. Preeti, we were just talking about that, right? How forward and backward is different. May 24 question. Innovation leads to unnecessary expenses. Yes. To do, and that did not give as many returns as we want. Very true statement. Do you agree with this statement? Give reasons in support of your answer. Answer is yes. But counter it with why is it useful as well? Okay. Just right now, I explained it increases efficiency, makes you more risk averse, right? And it adds to more profitability. Innovation leads to unnecessary. This is a disadvantage. This is a a drawback of innovation. That what it leads to is it leads to so many expenses, and you might not be able to give as many returns as you want. But counter is you also have so many benefits. It's on how you use your innovation. Innovation helps businesses move forward with changes. With changing times, you got to invest in innovation. A company which is not innovating is not growing at all. If you want growth, you have to innovate. It does lead to unnecessary, which might not give return in the short term, but in the long term, it will most likely than not. Always give benefits of innovation, agreeing to the statement. We are not disagreeing to the statement, but a counter to the statement is it has so many advantages as well. Now, this is a trick question, okay? This answer can be answered in both ways. You can give drawbacks and you can also say, yes, this is a drawback, but there are advantages as well, which covers both aspects, which tells the examiner that you know both about innovation's drawbacks and advantages. Okay. Structure your question or answer. Do not just write yes, no, yeah. Yes, we agree with the statement that this is however, contrary to the fact that it leads to unnecessary expenses, the benefits of innovation outweigh the drawbacks it has. How do they outweigh the drawbacks of innovation? 1, 2, 3 benefits. Finally, as they say, innovation in a changing environment leads to a growth. Every business which is looking for a growth needs to innovate in product through customer feedback, because customer is the epicenter of all strategic decision making. Khatam answer.
Good morning, sir.
Right? We're not disagreeing. Yes, Preeti, go ahead, please.
Sir, can you further express some points on drawback of innovation?
Sure. See, innovation drawback again is an aspiration of innovation is to probably like one is cost, second is time as well. R&D again, like we studied in VCK, we used to study, right? It is again time consuming. You have to put a lot of people and resources in innovating, right? That is two. Number three is from the same thing that does not give return, not in terms of profit as well. Now, innovation should match with customer feedback, which is ever changing. You might innovate, which takes time. It takes time until then the customer will change the preference, or the environment will change, or the technology will change. So these are drawbacks innovation. One, time consuming. Second, because it is time consuming, the alignment with the need of the market or technology or the customer, matching that need is difficult. Number three, very costly, right? बहुत time लगता है. Number four, also you can feel is that innovation is not an easy thing to do. Okay, not every company can do innovation, and innovation is not just designing and packaging. Innovation is actually related to technology, and technology is really, I would say, very constrained with time. Okay, Aj we have, so if you look, you can give examples also, right? Any company making a button phone in 2010, there was this touch screen that was coming, right? Now touch screen aa rahi hai, but you're still making button phones. BlackBerry, give examples of BlackBerry, give example of Nokia. These examples would also work. These companies were innovating. It's not like they were not innovating, but they did not match with the time. Jaldi karna hota hai innovation. Innovation has to be fast as well. So these are some drawbacks. You can draw examples, write those examples in your answers as well, and that will be really helpful. Time consuming, costly, match with customer preference, ever changing technology, competition आपसे आगे निकल सकता है, right? All these are drawbacks of innovation, or I say the downside of innovation is even the competition is innovating, right? So are you innovating in line with competition, or are you just being dreamy about your innovation? That's also a downside of innovation. And that's where this broad statement of it does not give as many returns, right? ये कितना आसान नहीं है. Is BSNL lacking in innovation? Maybe yes. I don't see any broadband of BSNL. I don't see too many people using SIM cards of BSNL. That means they're lacking on innovation, maybe. How mergers are different from strategic alliance? It's a little confusing. Shruti, okay, let me explain this with an example. Let me explain this with an example. A big company, so okay, let's take hypothetical examples. I am a big European brand. I am a big European brand. I make home appliances. Okay. I make mixies, mixers. I make handheld mixers. I make shakers. I make all this kitchen appliance, home appliance, fans and tube lights and all that. I'm a European company. I want to enter India. I want to enter India. Okay. India is a huge market. I see, my God, there are like 100 crore customers, and there's so many there's so much real estate happening, so many houses being built. इतने सारे products चाहिए होंगे, housing appliances. How do I get into India? How do I get into India is very simple. Okay. I get into India two ways. One is I figured out a company in home appliances which already has a standing, which is already doing work in India, and I get into a strategic alliance with them. I say, boss, listen, I will bring that technology to India via you. You are my face in India, but the technology and products will be mine. So you take 30%, I take 70% because the products and technology is mine, but the face is yours. Okay. So this Indian company says, okay, I am okay to do this because I am getting a new technology. I am getting this fantastic product pipeline that I will bring from Europe. I will make so much money. I will beat the entire competition. And even 30%, I will make huge money. So this is strategic alliance, the good of both coming together. Now, this company, now Indian company, let's say that the European company says, I want to do a strategic alliance with you. Let's work together. Indian company says, boss, no, I don't want to do this. I will do myself. So this German company says, okay, how about I buy your business? in 1,000 crore rupees. I will give you 1,000 crores. Your entire business is mine. Now, this company says, man, I do 200 crores of revenue. This European company is giving me 5 times the money and buying my business. What a fantastic deal. Let me just sell off my business. This is acquisition. What is a merger? Merger is when two companies work together, become one. Strategic alliances, they work separately. दोनों का नाम अलग अलग दिखता है. They are two faces for the customer. I would know this Indian company brings German technology or European technology. I would know that. There is no one single company. There are two companies coming together and consumer will know that. Merger is when they both combine and become one. That is where merger happens. That is where merger happens. They both combine and become one. Vodafone Idea is a merger. I know they both have become one. It is not like they both Starbucks बाहर अलग है, इंडिया में सिर्फ टाटा के साथ है. Starbucks is outside it. Tata has nothing to do with Starbucks in the US. It is only to do in India. So I know Starbucks is in India with Tata, strategic alliance. I know they're not one. In India, Tata is helping them, strategic alliance. But Vodafone and Idea are one company, are one. That is a merger. Okay. That is the difference between merger, acquisition, and strategic alliance. Is it clear now, Shruti? That is the difference between mergers, acquisitions, and strategic alliance.
So can we start a question with negative end and complete it at positive end? Like that innovation question?
Yeah, sure, because the question
Starting
is asking for it, right? So the question is, do you agree with this statement, which is a drawback of innovation? So you can. Why not? So just because you want to start a question on a positive note, you cannot agree to a wrong statement, right? Hero Honda again. Hero was separate and Honda was separate. That's a great example, Swati, right? Hero Honda. We always knew Japanese company Honda is in India with Hero. बाहर Hero का कोई लेना देना नहीं है with Honda in Japan. Amalgamation also is also on the similar lines. Like that's more accounting term. You would learn more that in financial reporting, but it's one and the same. Once you get into the definitions of amalgamation, mergers, and acquisitions, it really depends on the size of companies, on the way their shareholding changes. That's too technical. In strategic management, you shouldn't be bothered about amalgamation kya hai. Okay, that's a separate thing based on certain definitions of how shareholding changes, how ownership changes. It's too technical in terms of company laws and financial reporting. Strategic management perspective, just remember mergers, acquisitions, and strategic alliance. Due to lack of innovation, ASL telecom services fail to maintain competitive advantage in the market, leading it to shut down. Bilkul. Maruti Suzuki, again, a strategic alliance. Absolutely. Great. You guys know the example also. Maruti Suzuki, you know, there are two companies. They're not a merger, they're a strategic alliance. Happy you guys are asking so many questions. Go ahead. We have 10 more minutes.
Sir, if we want to give reference of Pestel, SWOT, and other analysis, then we need to define them or simply give examples of them.
You can give examples also. Again, in examination, please be very mindful of the time you have as well. Okay. Now, graphics are really helpful. Let me be honest with you. If you have time, you can build some graphs, let's say strategic group mapping or a pestle analysis, or even a SWOT analysis for Boxer. If you draw that, that's going to help you for sure. It's not like it's not going to help. It will help for sure, but mindful of that. सजाने का आंसर मत छोड़ना please. So be mindful of time, but yes, if you can manage time, so if you can practice right now your time management, Please draw graphics. Absolutely adds value to your answer sheet. If that was your question.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
I used to draw, just a personal experience. I used to draw a lot of diagrams in my answer sheet. I don't know if that helped or not, but helped for me. So I think it helps because it helped me.
I will definitely try, sir.
Perfect. Okay, Science has a question. Louis Vuitton and BMW is also an example of strategic alliance. Yes, sometimes you see designing as well, right? Puma and Ferrari. You see Puma shoes with a Ferrari logo, or a Louis Vuitton shoe or bag with a BMW logo. These are strategic alliances because the customers are same. जिसके पास BMW है वो luxury brands खरीद रहा है. So to attract the same set of customer and bring them together with two brands, these are strategic alliances. Great one, Danto. Good examples. What else? We have 5 more minutes. Any questions from exam? Any questions from the chapter 1, 2, 3, even 4? Anything that's still confusing? Don't be shy. Go ahead and ask. Unless you clarify here, exam में please मत clarify करना अभी कर लीजिए. Spend time here. Ask your questions. Be so clear in examination that you're so confident. I know what it means, what to write, how to write. You go with confidence there. That's why these classes are here for you. So anybody who is too shy to ask any question, please don't be. If you're shy to unmute, tell me on chat. I'll read that question and answer. It's better if you unmute yourself. Good to hear your voices. I can't see you, but still good to see your voices. Oh, see your voices kya hota hai? Hear your voices. Apple Pay and MasterCard, example of strategic alliance. Very nice. That's right, from again. You guys are liking strategic alliance now. Okay? So many examples. If no questions, no doubts, I feel we don't have more questions, I see. And I think we're almost on time as well. Tata Sky, Strategic Alliance. Super, right? Cool. So anyway, we have this session tomorrow as well. Very happy with the progress we have made on the chapters. Very happy with the kind of involvement and engagement you guys are doing on chat and live. Very proud of you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time. And best of luck to our Indian cricket team. Let's enjoy the World Cup finals today. Study, but don't study too much. Enjoy the match as well. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning, same time. Ask or prepare more questions. I will bring a lot of questions for you, interesting ones, tough ones for the examination. With that, let's wrap up for today. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
Have a
you, sir.
much.
have a great day ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Thank you,
nice day.
guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much.